Alright, back at the transmission. So what I was looking at is the main housing assembly, trying to figure out how everything's going to come apart. I ordered my snap ring for the gear back here, and I ordered the seal kit, and I need to order seal and bearing for the front. I was just wondering if I could, that bearing should come out from the front, I would think, by take the clutch brake off. You gotta get a new clutch brake, taking all them bolts out, pulling that cover off. That should get me to the seal and the bearing. Now, this is for a pull, that's for a push. Mine looks like that, so I believe I have a push. Now there's two different, or a pull, I mean. There's three different pulls, part numbers. So, I gotta see if I got the seal or not, and I should have the seal, because I mean, it's gotta be leaking by all that oil that's in there. And then, I gotta figure out how to get that snap ring on. Because here's there's that little geared ring on the back. What's that called? That is called a spacer, and it locks into reverse, the reverse gear itself. Then you got 17, which is a washer, and there's a bunch of different washers. And then you go to the reverse gear, and then the snap ring goes in front of the reverse gear, I'm guessing, according to that. And then you have your clutch, 16, another spacer and washer, and then another gear, and then another gear, and all that good stuff. And your drive gear, I believe that's the front. That goes into the engine. And here's for your rear. Your range. Auxiliary main shaft assembly. Auxiliary housing, and I gotta change that bearing in the back. So, now we're caught up to the same place we was at before. Oh, I did get the F-150 running smooth again. I put new plug wires on it, and she runs like a champ now. So, what I want to focus on today is this. And I'm thinking, because that's going to pull out when you take that off. So, we'll zip them bolts out of there and come back, because my battery's about dead. Okay, so I got that clutch finger out of there, and I got all these bolts out, but I can't get this out. I think what I got to do is I got to take the bell housing off, and then that should come off with it, or give me better access to it. Get the bell housing off. There's bolts everywhere. So I believe it's got to come off, which wouldn't be bad. I can then clean it and clean these out. These shafts probably haven't been greased in ages, but here, to keep that thing from sliding, it's got a little washer on it, and that's what that clamps to. So, and then this side just got a little indent for the bolt to sit in. So let's see if we can't get this bell housing cracked loose. Okay, I don't remember where I left off, but I got this piece off that was covering that, and that's what was under it. You can see it wiggles, but I'm guessing it's supposed to wiggle, because I'm pretty sure this has preload on it, because it's punched there. It's like, that's a nut, according to the picture. Now let me show you what I'm at here. Okay, so here's the housing. I pulled off 13. 13's the front bearing cover pull with seal, or front bearing cover pull. Okay, then 86 is a seal. Now, I didn't get any seal. There's no seal anywhere. So, does it have a seal? Is it supposed to have a seal? 55 on this other goofy one is a seal with a different cover. Because for 57, there's two covers. You got front bearing cover push, front bearing cover push with seal. Now, I don't think I have a push. Let's see what we got here. We got 34. Is the release yoke. That doesn't say anything. I don't know what all that crap is. It's 44. Bearing carrier. That's the push type. See, I don't have that. That means I got the pull type. So, with that being said, we got a pull. So, 57 does not work with a pull. 13 works with a pull. Let's see, is there a part number on here? No number I can see on there. No number. So 86 seal. Saying there's supposed to be a seal. There's 18 at. The whole cover. $56, those are bushings for the clutch. I'm gonna say it needs a seal. Now, whoop, doggone it. Let's go to the shaft. Okay, we're at the shaft. 29. I know I went through all this yesterday. That's a push. So we got to come down to here. Now we have a locking nut, which can be on a push or a pull. Number 6, input shaft push or input shaft pull. My phone's dying. And then number 2 is the bearing. 3 is the spacer. 4 is the snap ring. And 5 is the gear. Now, I don't have any of them with the snap rings, so I gotta have the number 6 shaft, which has the nut, bearing, spacer, lock ring, gear. Nut, bearing, and then spacer in there somewhere, gear. I lost Nick's little flashlight somewhere. There it is. And you can't see down in there. So that leads me back to, is the seal missing? Does it take a seal? It's got to be a seal in it, because both of them have a seal either way. Oh boy. What do you guys think? Seal or no seal? I mean, it's got to have a seal, I think, because it leaked everywhere inside the bell housing, got everything all wet and all that good stuff. And here's the bell housing. It's backwards. It's upside down. But if you look down here, there's oil everywhere. So it's got to be leaking. It needs a seal. But what I'm led to believe. And then I don't know if that gear's supposed to rock at all or not. Probably is a little bit. I'm not a big truck mechanic, and I wish I was, or knew somebody that was. Hoping some of you guys know something. I know Scotty said he's no help. C. Smith knows quite a bit. But maybe I've got a couple new subscribers since I started the truck series, so hopefully one of you guys can help. I'm begging. I got a time crunch on this. Dad said we should just take it to a shop and have it done. But what fun is that? You guys won't learn. I won't learn. Because he's seen all them wire ties and all this. And he's like, well, how do you do this and how do you do that? And I said, I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I think what I'm going to do right now is move my toolbox over to here, push that cart back and get my tools put back and clean up, because I'm starting to get a collection of parts and I need to get a spot for clean parts and a spot to clean parts, and I gotta get all these gaskets and stuff off. Gasket kits in my car, lock rings in my car, $42 even for all that, which was pretty cool. It included tax and everything, because you know Uncle Sam's gotta have their share. And then it's got a gasket for the pump, which it needs because it leaks. Now this pump, you probably can't see it. I can't see much through the screen because it went dark. But there's spacers in there that set the preload for the gears. So as long as I get them spacers back in there, it should be alright. Then tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get the back half of this thing off. See what we can do. As far as that. Got to get the U-joint ordered. Need to shove another block of wood under that thing to get it up a little bit. But this is definitely quite the project. And I'm going to blame Do Farms a bit and D-Boss Garage. He doesn't subscribe or anything. I just watch a lot of his videos. If you haven't watched him, check him out. He does some pretty cool stuff. But I'm blaming them guys for getting me into this because I watched a lot of their videos, and he rebuilt some pumps and stuff on his combines and stuff like that, and that made me want to tear some stuff apart. But I'm not really blaming him. I'm just saying. He rebuilt pumps, that pump on his Oliver, and I was like, well, you know, if he can rebuild a pump, I should be able to rebuild a transmission. They can't be that hard. I think a pump would be more sophisticated than a transmission, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just don't have much time to figure it out. So, and I want to try to keep dirt out of the bearings because them's not getting replaced. I probably should have just bought a rebuild kit for $500 that probably has all the bearings and stuff in it, seals and whatnot. But I got to take this out and clean it because it's got dirt in it, or just spin it and soak her down with brake clean or something. But I got to take this off because I got to put a seal in it anyways. These probably got to come off and get seals in them. That definitely needs a seal. That needs a seal. Or gasket, rather. These gaskets are paper thin. Even the new ones are paper thin, which surprised me. So that's going to be the video for today. I know it's not much. Today is Thursday, August 31st. This video will get uploaded tonight, so. And tomorrow we'll work on it. Saturday, I don't know what we'll get into. Dad wants to put some shingles on the roof. Sunday, we'll probably work on it. Also, I'm going to the scrap tractor show. I'll get videos of that for you guys. And then Monday's the sale, so I probably won't get anything done on the transmission. Depends on what's at the sale. I know the hay wagons are there I need to watch. And I'm looking for a livestock trailer and some other stuff if I can get it cheap. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we'll be at it. The following weekend we'll be at it. And the week after that we'll be at it. And then that weekend we need the truck. So, there's the story on that. And I did buy a new chrome intensifier for it, as Michigan Farming would call it. The one I have leaning up right there is a 4-inch. It needs a 5-inch, so I broke down and bought a new one because the muffler's shot. I didn't want to have to put the muffler back on it, so she's going to get a new 5-inch chrome stack 6-footer, which is like 4 inches or 6 inches taller than that one, with a stainless steel flapper. Hopefully, that light's on. I wonder how long that light's been on for. Probably a couple days. Because I threw it up in there the other day to look at the back of that engine for a leak. And I bet I didn't put it back on. Take it off.